Yo, what up, man? What up, everybody? What it look like on y'all side, man? Let's talk a little bit about what's going on, man, with this new podcast format. I'm gonna be showing you guys some stuff. Hopefully that as I'm explaining different things, you guys will be able to see what we're doing and be able to share the information that I'll be talking about. What's up, guys? How y'all been? Y'all been good? Locked in? I'm going to figure out one thing. I'm going to figure out how I can draw on my iPad and be on the screen. That's my next task. But welcome to podcast 111, episode number 6. We going in. We ain't playing no games. I'm excited. You should be excited. We giving you guys good information, taking you to a whole nother level. And I'm just kind of explain some things to you. So I'm gonna take this off the screen real quick and bring this first thing in right here. All right. So first thing I'm bringing in, and if it's spelled wrong, hey, remember, I'm human. I'm human. So I really want to bring this up because I really do think that so many people are focused on getting all of this recognition, getting, awards, but their bank account is not where it needs to be. So many times people want to have all these accolades and all these wonderful things happen and want everything to be perfect, and I want the world to know that I got such a great award, and look at me, guys, I got another award, I got 40 awards, I got 50 awards, and I'm like, the awards don't matter if your bank account ain't where it needs to be. So today we're going to focus on building out your goals, understanding your dreams, and really focus on you being the best version of yourself. Because I want you guys to don't focus on these awards, don't focus on getting the recognition, just don't focus on it, man. So I wrote this down. I said, so many people worry about awards and getting recognition. I said, F the recognition, okay? F it. And understand that your bank account should be getting right, not your recognition. See, people love to say, hey, look at me. Look at all I done. I'm successful because I'm getting these awards. And I'm like, you kind of not successful. But I'm not one to try to step on your toes. But you kind of not successful. So that's the first thing. So as we dial into really dialing into what's going on in the marketplace, I want you guys to be in tune with who you are, why you're here, and who you want to serve, man. See, this is Why Now Is Your Time podcast is built on these major principles because I believe we all are here to serve somebody and to do great things. But how bad do you guys want it? How bad do you want to position yourself to be an authority figure in the marketplace? Because I'd rather have a massive bank account than massive recognition. People tend to miss that part. I'd rather have a massive bank account than massive recognition. Life is gonna throw you lemon, but if it throw you lemon, make lemonade. And I say that because so many people do not understand the formula of becoming successful. So there's a formula that I like to talk about. The next thing I'm bringing up is followers will make you famous, but understanding business principles will make you wealthy. See, a lot of times we don't understand the business principles. I have a content creation studio. We have a lot of podcasters. We have a lot of people create content. But everybody's looking for one thing. How many followers do you have? How many followers do you have? Again, followers will make you famous. But if you have business principles, I was in a 7-day webinar with 7 and 8 figure earners. Most of these people have less than 20,000 followers and making 1 to 10 plus million. Think about that. People want to get 1 million followers but don't have no business principles. So you got 1 million followers and don't know what to do with them. And then the social media algorithm, what happens is they only let 1% see your information. So then you got to kind of ask yourself, how are you going to get to the next level? So that means if I got 1 million followers, they're only letting 10,000 people see it. So the other 990,000 people will not be able to see it. So that tells you right now that you got to break that barrier to say, okay, so either one or two things got to happen. Either I have to set up an email address and a website that's generating so much traffic to it that we collecting people data, or I need to be running ads. It's not really rocket scientist. It's just the mindset of what you need to do. You need to be running ads because once you understand what's going on, it's easy. And a lot of times I try to encourage people that this journey that you're on, stop trying to be internet famous and get rich by having the right principles in place. And this is important, man. This is very, 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 very important. So as we tagging along, man, I want to tell you guys a quick story. Once I started really understanding like how social media is controlling who we tell our message to, even though we're posting content, it's still controlling who they let see our messages. And it's mind-blowing to me because there's so many people think, oh, I'm gonna just post content and get a lot of people to respond. There's so many people think, oh, I'm gonna use social media to get rich, which you can. But all this stuff takes strategy. All this stuff takes you positioning yourself to get where you're trying to go. People don't understand that these strategies are things that you got to use on a daily basis. What's really funny is that people that's really not into marketing or really not into social media don't understand that. Facebook only letting you get 5,000 friends. Instagram letting you get unlimited amount of friends, but saying because we pay for ads, we got a social media rep that we only let 1% see it. So that means that on Instagram, they're only letting 50 people see your post. 50 of the same engaging people. So you might ask yourself, why is the same people engage with my posts? Now you know your answer. Because they're not letting you outside that circle of people for free. So social media really ain't free. It's free for you to get on and talk to 50 people. And the only way you get new people to see your stuff is when somebody share your information. Now new people can see what you got going on. That's a trip. And I'm being honest with you guys. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Alright, next thing. Let's see if it let me up. I gotta go up. Yeah, here we go. So next thing. Alright. I'm a real big component on digital marketing, alright? I'm really big on taking what you know and selling it. So I wrote this down. You can make more money off of what you know than what you do. For instance, if you're a real estate agent and you teach what you know. Oh, come on. For instance, I got a client right now. Made $100,000 in 3 months. Simple fact is, he built duplexes. He built tiny homes. But I helped him set up a product and sell his knowledge for $20,000. He got 5 people to buy the product at $20,000. So let's talk about this. On a duplex, he can make anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000, just depends. I'm just talking about in my Houston area. But he made $100,000 off of something he done once. He don't have to tell it again. We structure with a landing page. I call it ATM page. We structure it with 3 options that they can choose from. And in 3 months, he made $100,000 for $20,000 course. There's a lot of people right now that's wishing that they can sell what they know. And that's why it's mentors like myself that has the play, that shares the play on how you can set up your online courses, or you can set up a digital school that can train thousands and thousands and thousands of people. You just got to ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? Why you want to do it? And go get it. I want to read this quote again because I want this to sink into your mind. You can make more money off what you know, not what you do. This is one of the most powerful statements that you can probably ever hear. I want to add something that I don't have on my notes today, but I want to add this anyway. What I'm going to add is this. With the absence of value, there will never be a payment. But if you have value to give somebody, they be willing to pay. You can make more money off of what you know, not what you do. Simple math. It's not rocket scientists. And a lot of times I try to tell people, I'm like, what do you know? How can I help you teach it? And let's run that bag up. We as humans always willing to learn something that we don't know. I heard one of the dumbest things is said, I mean, creating a digital course, it inspires itself. No, it don't, not if you update it. And some principles are so good that comes from you or me that they don't have to be re-updated. See, why the next generation buying books that we bought 20 years ago? Because of the principles. So when I hear Think and Grow Rich, when I hear all of these things, I'm like, these principles, Think and Grow Rich, been already used. People hear people, or people see people and say, man, why didn't I create this course? Or you bought a course and said, I already know this information. But the difference between them and you is they decided to package up their knowledge. The question is, will you do the same? It's frustrating because a lot of times people want you to be in this little bitty box of entrepreneurship. They want you to be in the box. They want you to not get too crazy outside the box. But some of us are thinkers. Some of us are movers and shakers, and some of us are moving to new dimensions. Some of us are living things that our family, they couldn't help us anyway, but we're moving the needle to the next level for the next generation, for our kids, nieces and nephews and cousins. We want to lay a foundation of greatness, a foundation of that's helping you get to the next level. And I didn't mean to have this up long, but I really wanted to touch on this part because it is so important that you guys understand what's going on. Because, man, I'm telling you, you want to run it up, you can do it. All right. Now, I plan on this being a 30-minute show. Not too long. I want to just give you guys some juicy information. And I truly want to educate you guys on, like, why is it so important for you to be walking into your purpose right now? Excuse me. Why is it so important? Because we let life get in our way on so many different levels. I have learned time and time again that I'm not going to let people, places, or things stress me out. I'm going to continue to give people the value that they deserve. I'm going to continue to think outside the box. I'm going to continue not to be complacent. I'm going to continue to extend my hand out and give people so much value that they cannot refuse to pay me. And a lot of times we're living this life of trying to figure all these different things out, but we never really realize that the success is inside of you and you can make it happen. So let's go over this real quick. I want to go over this. It says, when you know your value, you will stop talking to people until they pay your invoice. Whew, this is heavy right here. When you know your value, you will just stop giving all your insights to these people who don't know you. See, when people pay, they pay attention. When people know your value, they're willing to pay. See, my definition of collaboration is telling you that, hey, I want you to come speak at my event. What's your cost? That's my collaboration. My collaboration ain't trying to give up, trying to do everything for free. So I really want you guys to dive into looking at this question or looking at this statement. When you know your value, listen, when you know your value, I'm talking about when you know your value, man, ain't nothing can stop you from getting where you're trying to go. When you know your value, you will stop talking to these people who's not willing to pay you an invoice. I want you to let that sink in real quick. Let it sink in. Are you going to continue to talk to people and giving them your intellectual property that you have spent time, energy, and money on? Are you going to make them pay an invoice for you to educate them? People who pay attention. And success loves speed. I say all of this because I understand a couple things. I understand that people are looking to be connected to other people. But I also understand that when you spend your money and you become valuable to others, you have to make them pay. See, I learned this. My cheaper clients, they're complainers. My more high-end $5,000, $10,000 clients, they don't complain. They ready to take action and they running. And that's the difference between the mindset of somebody who paid me $300 or somebody who paid me $5,000. The mindset is so powerful, man. It can shake everything up that you know. That mindset is, whew, come on. So, a couple things you want to keep asking yourself is like, I want to pay the invoice. I want them to pay the invoice. I want them to be a part of what I got going on. I'm just double checking everything. Oh, let's hide this. Let's hide this. Let's hide this. Oh yeah, I gotta go. Nope, that's the thing I want to have. Okay, you got that blocked off. Got that blocked off. All right. So this says, when the love is real, the hate can't be present. So when I wrote this down, I was thinking about like just being genuine. People understanding who you are. People just being a very genuine person that's giving the world your personal information. And a lot of times it's so hard because I meet people who's not as genuine as I am. And sometimes it's kind of mentally disturbed. I'm like, why you just can't be like me? Chilling, relaxing, being yourself, being genuine. It's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just not making sense. And to me, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. And you guys got to be locked in to tell yourself, like, I'm about to make this happen. And I know that when the love is real, hate can't be present. Jealousy can't be present. People who are around you cannot be present. And I'm okay with that. And a lot of people feel like they not okay with that. And I'm like, be okay with that, because that is what's going to get you to the next level. Now, down below in the comment section, write me, what have you learned? Leave me a comment on like, oh, I don't like the way you said it. Oh, I do like the way you said that. Leave me a comment. I am so jacked out my mind about success, life, mindset, where you want to go, how you going to get there. And I realized that when I wrote these things down, it shifted my thinking. And if your shifting can think, your bank account can. If you're shifting, if you thinking, your shifting can create new thinking, then your bank account for sure can get to the next level. And I'm gonna tell you guys this, man. You can read all the books, but if you're not implementing what you're reading, if you're not around the right people that's pushing you to get to the next level, you're just spinning your wheels. So episode number 111, season number 6. I hope you took some copious notes. I hope you guys got so excited that down below you'll start coming, you'll start saying, hey, talk about this. Hey, get to this level. Because I'm going to tell you this, that success leaves clues. And anybody who's successful know that the more successful you become, the more clues you will leave. I'm also going to have some new guests coming on the podcast. They just got to give me the dates they can come. But I'm also going to be doing a lot of these. But once I get my pen working, I can really dive into teaching on this other side with this whiteboard on what I need to do. Because my job will get easier the more access I get to understanding, like drawing stuff out for you guys so you guys can see. Like, oh, okay, that's what he's saying. Because I think people need to be taught, not told. Ooh. I think people need to be taught, not told. A lot of times people want to tell people what to do, but they don't want to teach them what to do. If you tell people what to do, but you don't teach them, you got to retell them before they learn it. But if you teach them in the process of telling them, then they'll learn it right away. And it's crazy because it is, it's so mindful of why people don't learn as quick as others. And the more I see and understand this microwave generation, then I know that success, it just will never come to the average person. And I get really frustrated because I understand, like, people don't get it. They truly don't get it. And as I close out this podcast, I want you guys to get it. I want you guys to be a part of getting it, man. I want you to get it. I want you to know that from this day forward, you're living your purpose. You're not trying to be famous. You're trying to get the right business principles. You got the right mindset, you really locked in, not worried about no recognition, what I'm saying? Nor are you worried about no competition, because you will stand up and stand in the presence of greatness. And when you know this, I'm going to tell you this, your life, everything you ever wanted to do is going to get so easy. You're going to look up and be like, oh, this was simple. But it takes hard work, dedication, determination, and wanting it more than anything. So ask yourself, are you truly fulfilled in your life? And if not, what are you going to do over the next 6 months to 18 months to get where you're trying to go? Life will give you so many challenges, but one thing you got to embrace is the correct mindset. So what do your mindset look like, and how are you going to feed it daily? As I always tell you, remember to go out and design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, but most importantly, leave your legacy. I don't know if y'all gonna like this format. I hope y'all do. And I didn't have the 3 cameras set up. I didn't have switching the cameras. It was just me popping this in. I'm finna start going into real live teaching mode on what to do and why to do it. Other than that, thank you guys for checking it out. We signing out. See you in the next video.